Conceiving a baby is miraculous. Fertility hormones often remind me of sheet music for a symphony. Different hormones start, increase and stop at different times, but all work together to create a masterpiece. However, it takes just one flat trombone to ruin everything. Progesterone is an important fertility hormone attributed to thickening the uterine lining for embryo implantation, amongst other roles. In this episode of Nourish, we're going to discuss 5 strategies for how to increase progesterone levels naturally. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Melanie McGrice and I'm a fertility and prenatal dietitian. I help couples boost their fertility and give their babies the best start possible with the power of good food. Make sure that you subscribe and connect with me on my socials. You'll find all of the details in the description box below this video. Now, progesterone is an important fertility hormone. After ovulation, progesterone levels should surge to signal to your body that it's time to prepare your body for pregnancy. Then, if pregnancy doesn't occur, progesterone levels drop again and your period commences. Now, if you have chronically low progesterone levels, you may find it difficult to conceive or stay pregnant. In this episode, I want to discuss how to increase progesterone levels naturally. However, I'd like to start off by highlighting that when it comes to how to increase progesterone levels, the evidence is lacking. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't discuss what is available. I've summarised the available research into 5 key recommendations. So let's get started. Number 1. Now, I know this sounds a little bit patronising, especially if you've been struggling to conceive, but I want you to really stop and think about this, as according to current evidence, it's one of the most important strategies that you can do, and that is to reduce stress. Now, as well as being produced by our ovaries, progesterone is produced by our adrenal glands. Adrenal glands are glands which sit on top of our kidneys, and their primary purpose is to produce hormones. Animal studies have found that high levels of stress reduce production of progesterone from the adrenal glands. Like most people, I've personally had my fair share of stress, and I've found that talking or praying through my fears is one of the best strategies for dealing with it. Once I've figured out how I'll deal with the worst case scenario, I feel more prepared to deal with anything. Now, if you've had success with reducing stress, I'd really love you to share your tips in the comments box below to help others who are really struggling in this area. Now, number 2 is to optimise your weight. Research suggests that excess body weight may be linked with lower progesterone levels. For example, one study found that overweight women who lost an average of 10% of their body weight had a significant improvement in progesterone levels. Conversely, an animal study found that the animals who were given the highest calorie intakes were the ones who had the lowest progesterone levels. So, if your weight is higher than ideal, it might be worth speaking to your fertility dietitian about how you can optimise your weight in a healthy way that will boost and not decrease your fertility. Now, number 3 is to boost your vitamin D levels. Vitamin D is required for production of progesterone, so if your diet is low in vitamin D, this could make a difference. Obviously, the sun is the best source of vitamin D, so try to spend half an hour outdoors every day to boost your vitamin D intake. If you haven't already had your vitamin D levels checked, it might be worth asking your doctor to add them to the list on your next blood test. Number 4, consider vitamin B6 supplements. Vitamin B6 is a vitamin involved in making cells and hormones, including progesterone. One study found that taking vitamin B6 supplements helped to increase progesterone levels, so it might be worth a try. And number 5 is to adopt a low glycemic index diet. Emerging research suggests that insulin resistance may increase the risk of low progesterone levels, making women with polycystic ovarian syndrome at particularly high risk. A low glycemic index diet, including foods such as lentils, sweet potato and apples, may be helpful for decreasing high insulin levels and consequently boosting progesterone. Think about which of these strategies you'd like to adopt first and work on putting it into place for your next cycle. I wish you all the best for your dreams of becoming a mama. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments box below, and if you haven't already done so, make sure that you go and check out all of my resources at melaniemcgrice.com/shop. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. But make sure, can we zoop, please?